All right,
All
well,
right.
considering the time of day, by the time you get there, Rickfried is close to shutting up shop.
Okay.
All right, there you are. As you walk in, he looks and sighs noticeably. I must confess, I had said to Amalda, I'd rather hope that you'd forgotten the whole thing and wasn't going to show up. Not that I'm ungrateful, of course, for your assistance, but I really don't honestly like the fact that you're using my fine establishment to meet with such shady types.
Don't you trust us by now,
No, I
Rickfried?
absolutely trust you. It's
All right.
It's him I don't trust.
Think of it this way, the more he sees us around here, the less likely they'll be to re-up their original deal.
Right, because we live in your basement.
Right?
Oh, you do make a very good point.
Mm-hmm. So you're
I
welcome.
suppose. I apologize. I'm allowing my normal surly self to get in the way of good common sense. Yes, quite.
Gaslighting him. All right.
Well, I suppose while you're waiting, Amalda dear, would you like to go and fetch a pot of tea? Tea, anybody?
Maybe like some bread and cheese as well.
Oh, fine. Okay. Amalda, why don't you just go and cook these people a full-course meal while we're at it? I mean, just go on, scurry off. I'm just kidding. Bread and cheese and some tea, Amalda dear, please. And she kind of like shrugs her shoulders and skulks off out the back. Incidentally, I do recall we had commissioned a couple of items for you.
Yes. I was just going to ask if they were ready.
Oh, they are indeed. Amalda dear, when you
He's
bring
getting
the
tea.
when you bring the tea out, can you also go ahead and bring the clothing items that we painstakingly did for our friends? She won't be long. I would go and fetch them myself, but with the front door still being open, the shop being open, I can't leave the counter unattended.
We could take care of it for you. Really
No,
shouldn't
you've done
have
quite
her
enough.
just fetching everything all the time. It might cause some friction in your relationship.
Oh no, Amalda likes to feel useful.
Okay.
Yes, And he starts like just moving items around on his countertop like awkwardly at this point. So, did you have a good evening and a nice day today?
Yes, wonderful, actually. Very productive.
Oh,
That
good.
one was
Wonderful.
feeling batty today.
Oh,
Good one.
I see what you did there.
Okay, Amalda comes out and basically she puts a platter of bread and cheese on the countertop and a second tray with four smallish cups and a small teapot. And then she
Thank you so much, Imelda.
pours tea for everybody.
So
And then she
nice.
gets up and she just politely nods. She goes, "You're very welcome." And then she pops back in the back and comes out holding a bundle of stuff. So she lays those on the counter. He says, now this is the... Which one of you was it that wanted the leopard skin mini shawl? Yes.
That's me.
That fine figure of a giant woman over there. Here you are.
Pick it up.
I must confess, we didn't take measurements before, so I used my best guess.
That's fine. I'm gonna fluff it out and whip it around to put
Alright.
it onto me.
Yeah, so basically he put the little clasp on it, and it's like a little leopard skin cape that comes down to probably just the base of your back. Like, it doesn't even cover your butt. It's so short.
I love it. It's wonderful. What do you guys think? Isn't it great?
The craftsmanship is marvelous.
You look beautiful and very leopardy, and
You, Annie.
I see.
just hunt you.
And, let's see.
Okay.
What else did you order?
I ordered a sheath, I think, for my daggers.
A sheep?
Sheath for my daggers.
Oh, that's right. The sheaths. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. We made a couple of fur-lined sheaths for you, didn't we?
Yes.
Where did I put those? Oh, that's right. And he reaches out underneath the counter and pulls out like 2 matching, and of course, I mean, they're covered in like beaver skin sheaths. Like you got 2 beaver skin daggers sheaths, and he goes, "Here, I hope your daggers fit. Of course, we can make adjustments if they don't."
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. These are lovely. Yes.
I'm gonna put them in place and say,
Oh, yes. This is wonderful.
Oh, excellent. Well, I enjoy your tea.
Well, I felt bad about her bringing you here in the first place, but now I feel bad if I didn't have any, right? So, thank you.
Right, and as you kind of begin to sit, the door opens and in walks a familiar figure as he kind of like looks behind him as he closes the door. Hello. Isn't it time you were shutting shop, Mr. Cotton? Oh, yes, quite. 1 second. And Rickfeed runs over and turns the sign around and closes the door and then locks it from the inside. Right, nervously, he kind of moves back over here and stands a little bit away from you guys over at this other table. And you notice he's kind of like got one hand that keeps sliding down to his rapier at his side, but then when he realizes he's doing it, he like pulls his hand away, but it seems like every time he starts to get distracted, his hand goes back there almost instinctively. So, I put the feelers out, and I've got some information for you. I don't know how useful it will be. I couldn't find any ties to the mayor. I don't believe the mayor is directly involved. But, all is not quite as, innocent as it would seem. And he just kind of like stops and looks at you a little bit and like is paused, almost for dramatic effect. Okay, fine. So you're not going to bite.
Let's spill the tea. Get it?
Well,
Tea.
it would appear that Bertrand Gullum is somehow involved. Inquiring around during one of our little morning meetings, I overheard somebody mention that Bertram would be by later this evening to pick up his cut. Of course, if you're not familiar, our mayor, Borford Gullum, well, Bertram is his son. So while the mayor's not involved, his son is. Now, the question would remain, does our mayor know of his son's involvement or not? That I can't say.
We already knew this information.
Did you?
Did we?
I thought we knew the son was involved.
Oh, well.
We assumed it. I don't know if we.
If you,
knew it, but-
whether you did or didn't, I can confirm that your information is correct.
Okay, well that's good. Confirmation is good.
Also, right before I got here, I did overhear something else. Something about a sting operation that was going to go down later tonight, involving some wells.
Ooh,
Yes, it
that's
would
way
appear
more
that
interesting.
our captain has come up with a theory. Captain
Yeah.
Bartholomew seems to have figured out what's going on and says that he is going to put a stop to it this very night.
Mm-hmm.
So you may not have anything to worry about.
Well, that captain's sort of a bumbling fool, so I highly doubt he'll be able to crack this case.
Well, I don't know
Agreed.
that he's a bumbling fool so much as a typical opportunist, like most of the people around here, but
Bumbling little fool. The only reason he even knows that information is because it was handed to him on a silver platter by people.
oh, so I assume when you say people, you're referring to Your good selves.
You assume correct. You're good, okay? You're
Oh.
good at your job, at finding the information, digging the dirt. Congratulations.
Well,
Sorry, I'm
sure
still a
the
little bitter
captain's
about
going to
it.
be in your debt after he uses this little situation to his own personal benefit. Rumor has it that he's been angling for a new home here on the richer side of town for some time. And
Why
if he
would you
manages
want to live there? It's everybody's dying.
well, they won't be after he stops it, will they? And let's be real, there's some rather prime real estate that's recently come onto the market.
Do we really think that they would be able to stop this?
I don't know. I mean,
so the problem is they're going to try, fail, and then the people that we need to get who are doing the crimes are going to be wise to that their way of entry has been foiled. So they might leave town or try a different way, which we will not know.
well, then it stands to reason perhaps you should strike first.
Not usually a strike first kind of person.
That's my other character I play.
That's my other persona. Yes, but if you don't strike first, as I said, you'll... You know... I'm not saying that Captain Bartholomew and, the good corporal won't succeed. After all, while Captain Bartholomew is somewhat of a bit of a pompous, ne'er-do-well, Corporal Dansworth is somewhat efficient, and he does have some good lads on the payroll. But as you say, if they screw the proverbial pooch, all bets could be off. I mean, if you know what's going down, and as I said, if I were you, I'd get in there first, mate. Opportunity.
So,
I mean,
how do we strike first then? What do we have to
I
do?
don't know. I don't know the information. Apparently, you know. You come up with it. What I can offer you, though, for speaking of the word opportunity, I've been thinking how we can leverage our relationship so that it isn't so one-sided. For a nominal fee, I'm sure I could arrange for some of the lads to run a little bit of interference, cause a bit of menial mischief all around town. Nothing too dangerous. No one being hurt, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to explain that part to me because I don't want to cause any, anything bad to happen around in the town.
Minor
It would
disturbances.
cause other people to have to clean up messes. I would feel horrible.
No, minor things. A broken window here, a chipped up trash can there, an idle threat to somebody in the back alleys, a shady figure following someone around just to give them, an air of fear. Ooh. The longer it takes the guards to mobilise in mass, the longer time you've got to deal with the problem before they screw it up, as it were. As I said, nominal fee.
I'm going to look at the others.
And incidentally,
You wouldn't be hurting any people?
If you can,
no, we won't hurt anybody.
Oh.
Far from it.
don't hurt them physically or mentally. Can you just take out the idle threat part? Maybe just knock over a few trash cans. And even then I feel bad for the janitors.
Well, I mean, I was just thinking, once it gets a bit dark, we could follow a few people from the, let them know that we're behind them and scare them to go into the town guard. Oh, I'm being followed. There's a shady figure behind me. Ooh, that sort of stuff,
I love it. I love it.
As I said, we won't really hurt anybody.
Promise me and then I'll agree.
Oh, promise.
Oh, well, thank you, promise.
As we said, we don't like hurting anybody. That's why we do this protection racket, as it were. I mean, come on, look at our altercation last night. We didn't lay a finger on any of you, did we? We were perfectly harmless.
I got hit. I still have a small bruise.
Yeah, you got shot
That was
shot
an
by an arrow.
accident. He
Right.
didn't mean that. He just spooked him.
He did?
He meant
You know how
it.
them
He
old
was
crossbows
aiming for me.
are. Never like to
He-
crossbow myself. All you got to do is bump into something and poof, off they go.
He looked pretty terrified after that crossbow went off.
Yeah, see? Your friend here understands our ways a little bit more than he probably should. Have you worked around here before, incidentally?
No, it seems like there's a lot of opportunity for business.
Oh,
though, so I might be
absolutely.
relocating
It really
at some
is.
point. It's a hot spot.
So, what do we say? 10 gold pieces and I'll set up a bit of a diversion for you? Sound fair? I mean, 10 gold's a drop in an ocean for a bunch of well-trained and fair, far-afield adventurers such as yourselves.
How about more like 3 gold, sir?
I can't very well split 3 gold amongst a whole bunch of people,
Turn it
can
into
I?
30 silver pieces. You can split that.
Barely.
I'm sorry, but why is this even needed?
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
If
just saying.
if they're doing a trap at one of the wells, they're not going to leave because of some disturbance. And if we just stake out the same well,
No, you misunderstand me, sir. What I'm trying to say is, they're going to mobilise in force, all come together at both ends of the wells. Well, in order to do that, they've all got to gather, ain't they? They can't very well just throw caution to the wind and ignore everybody else's plight. They should be a little bit busier than normal.
so you're saying that this sting is actually not going to be. It's not a trap necessarily. It's just they're mobilizing all the guards
I don't
to
know all
watch.
the details. I couldn't get everything. All I know is apparently...
Okay, because a trap is usually stealthy and secretive,
Well, it may
not
well be.
obvious.
I mean, they might
He's
have all
trying-
the guards hidden around the buildings, around the
He's
wells.
trying to
and-
thin the herd out of who's going to be around.
That's right. See,
If you're laying a trap, you're not thinning any hurt. I mean, you're going to be a small force anyway.
I'm not laying any
That's
traps,
not-
mate. You're
that's not true.
misunderstanding me.
Listen, Olegma.
I'm just saying
Listen,
the
please, Alekma.
guards
I
are
am
going to
listening.
do
I'm
something
trying to listen.
later this evening. If you want to beat them to the punch, you're going to need a bit of time, ain't you? So if I goes to get involved and delay them, the longer me and my men can delay them, the longer you've got to take care of the actual problem before they nip in and fuck it all up for you. I mean, if you don't want our help, by all means.
All right, well, let's start with the language, please. I don't quite like it.
Oh, well,
But-
sorry, miss, but grew up on the streets, me. Don't quite have such a fair flow of the language as you do.
No, I understand. I'm just asking politely.
Oh,
I know if you
well,
grow
yes,
up
I do
on-
apologise.
you have that
I'll
kind of
try not
language,
to,
but now that you know I don't like it, maybe you can make an effort.
Yep, absolutely.
How about this? You go outside for 2 minutes while I and then we'll knock on the door.
MC! 63 months. Take your
Oh,
pants off if they're
MC!
not
Wow,
already.
Holy crap!
Yeah, MC.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, MC.
Pants off and hit the hype. Appreciate it, Badoo. Sure, if you want to have a discussion amongst yourselves, I'll just
That's all we ever do, so yes, just
nip out front
let you
then.
in.
Right, and he wanders out the door and kind of like looks at you with a raised eyebrow before he ducks back through and closes it.
I was listening, okay? I don't see the point.
List the points out for us.
Okay. We know that these murderers are using the wells and their connection to go from the south side to the noble rich place. Right?
So possibly, yes. It's
Okay.
one theory.
So, if the guards are going to lay a trap for these guys, they'd go to each well. Now, they obviously wouldn't want to be so obvious because then the murderers would see them and immediately know that their route has been discovered. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So it has to be a trap, which means that the guards have to be hidden around the well so that when the murderers come, they're not seen, and then they spring it on them. We don't need to thin the herd for that to happen, because already you wouldn't want to be overwhelming in number at the well. That's what I was getting at. If we were going to lay a trap, I would not want 50 guards with me, because they would spoil our laying in wait, your pin-cushioning, assassinating maneuvers that you do, Cyrano.
I do those.
So, what he's
is
asking
called
for...
Pincushion.
The pincushion, my... Yes, sure. It doesn't fit. We don't need to shift the focus of the guards, because the only way that the well trap will work is if there are not many guards there to begin with.
Right, isn't that what he's saying, though?
I feel like you're
thing,
agreeing
Alekma,
with him. I'm
We don't
Yes.
know what the guards are going to do. We don't know their plan. They just said they were going to take care of it.
Right.
So we're assuming that they're probably going to mess it up, which might be by putting too many guards there. So it's not a bad idea
So-
to maybe just
Which
make
means
sure.
if... Okay, so if they do that, the murderers are going to come in a different way.
Or
Because if
maybe
they're overwhelming the wells, I imagine they're not overwhelming the other ways into that district.
What about this? What if, because of those little shady workings that he's doing, the guards think that we're wrong and don't go to the well and instead go after those guys and think that the murderers are out doing something else, and then the well is free for us to do what we wanted to do in the first place?
Do you really think that the guy outside is going to not hurt people?
Well, he said he wasn't. We don't want him
But
to.
we already know that if you don't pay, they break legs and stuff. I mean, they all
Yes,
admitted that.
that's
Well,
one thing I'll agree with you
Say
on.
break legs or just trash
What-
the place a little bit?
But I
Then
think
we'll pay.
right, and I think what you're trying to say, Alekma, is that we do want distractions, so there won't be so many guards at the wells.
But do we really want to pay for those distractions by
Not
untrustworthy people?
No, I don't really trust them.
Okay, here's the thing. I
Yes.
understand that sometimes you deal with shady people sometimes, but sometimes they're professional shady people. For example, moi. I am professional. If someone pays me to do a job, I do the job. I expect them to do the same as well. Sometimes you have to pay to get a little dirty.
I can't believe this business I'm getting into. Why don't we just take a quick vote for Wes?
Well, one more thing, and I'll be done.
All right.
How does any of this help us get to the mayor and what he knows?
No.
It doesn't. This is for a separate issue, right?
Right, but we now have only one course, and
Well,
it's to these
if we-
murderers, and not what Britannica has been fighting for.
No, we're
The
trying
stone.
to do this so that the captain of the guard, will help us get to the mayor. Remember?
Right, but he has shown that he only cares about himself and his own promotions. He's all too ready to throw us under the, well, not the wagon. He's gonna throw us under the wagon.
Yeah, he did pretty much say that he was going to solve this himself and use this to use it for his own personal glory. And he did say, "Oh yeah, and sure, I'll mention that you helped, and I'm sure the mayor will be interested, whatever." But
I thought the plan was that we wanted the captain to fail tonight at this task so that he then has to come ask us for help, or we could then go to the mayor and be like, look, we're going to be the ones to fix this. He clearly doesn't know what he's doing. Let us in.
Okay, so
Right?
if that's the case, if we get those unscrupulous guys to do what they're offering, we should be in the rich district for when they fail, because then we can possibly save a rich noble person and get more favor.
It's not a bad idea.
Although I still don't agree with paying these guys off for distractions.
Isn't it going to look suspicious though if we're in the murder central? If we're in Murder Town and they find us?
Where are we going to be then? How are we going to do any of this if we're not going to be in the well in Murder Town?
We shouldn't be in the well at Murder Town when we told them, hey, the killers come through the well. And then we pop up. Oh, you're here? Oh, you weren't expecting that.
you at this point you hear a ding 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 coming from this window over here.
just lean
Right.
against the counter.
All right, quick vote. Who's for paying them to get distractions? Say aye.
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 Hi.
Sorry, Alekma. All right, come in.
I can't come in through the window.
All right.
Open the door.
I'm gonna go open the
Go to
door.
the door.
Oh, 1 second. All right, so this guy comes running back in. I think you made a wise decision.
See, he's a professional. He's good. That's what I would have done.
It is, although I do think you're misunderstanding my entire point with this. But
It's fine. He does that all the time. Don't worry about
I also think that the only reason why you didn't hurt us when we dealt with you earlier is because we got the jump on you. And that you would have hurt us had we tried something
we
else.
would
with
have
you.
defended ourselves if we had no other choice, yes. But as I said before, our protection racket, we don't really ever have to hurt anybody. We mess a few things up, cause a few problems, and people pay up. I mean, after all, I was the one that said we wanted these criminals stopped because we didn't approve of them running around lopping people's heads off here in our town. That's primarily why we are willing to help you.
See, we all benefit here, everyone.
That's right. But my point is, the idea I was coming up with was to delay the guard's plan to give you a chance to solve the problem ahead of time. I mean, if all you're going to do is wait for the guards to try, let's look at it this way. If they succeed, great. I'm happy. The captain's very happy. He's got a new house, and you've got no leverage. If the guards happen to fail, well, they're probably going to fail when the people go down the well. So they're not likely to be coming up the other side, are they? They're going to screw it all up from the get-go. And as you said, if they get spooked and this was their only real means of succeeding, I know what I'd do. I'd be slinging me hook and moving on to the next town where I could get away with stuff a lot easier. I mean, once their cover's blown and they know it, you think they're going to stick around?
Do we have any other leads on how we could get the jump on these people?
Honestly, no.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, from what you were saying, it sounds like that they're using the well tunnels, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Apparently there's some connection.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I mean, the one thing I will agree with the big stony fellow is, yeah, if there's one thing sure to fuck all this up, it's a big bunch of loud guards hovering around nervously around a couple of wells. He's like, I mean, if they're anything like me and your boy with these fetish-skinned dagger sheaves right here, they're probably professionals and gonna scope things out. I doubt they just stroll up and, come on lads, let's plop down the well. No doubt they'll see all of these guards and think, oh, looks like our cape has blown. Probably best if we move on. I mean, either way, I'm happy. They get off my turf. Everyone around town's happy. No more heads a roll. Captain and the guard will be pissed off because he won't have any leverage. And you'll be none the wiser for finding that other problem that you asked me to see about. Because I got to tell you, I asked all over town and no one I could find knows anything about that weird wizard fella that you asked if I could track down. Got the same information. Apparently he buggered off about a month or so ago and no one's seen or heard of him since.
Well,
Well,
whatever we decide to do, I guess I'll tag along.
So, are we going to make an accord?
I
Yes.
think so, yes.
we are. Yes.
Excellent.
3 gold
No, can't do it for free gold, I'm afraid. Gonna have to be more. Look, I said
what
10.
are you talking then?
Clearly you're a bargainer, so let's play the game, shall we? What about 8? Sound fair?
4's sounding better.
Alright, well I'll say 7, you're gonna say 5, let's settle on 6. Done.
Deal.
Spit in your hand.
Oh, sorry. Forgot I was talking to a lady.
Do I?
yeah.
No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not spitting in my hand. I do pinky promises.
No, your word will be fine. I'm sure your word is your bond. 6 gold then, please, in advance. After all, we're not likely to see you after that.
Deal. Okay, I'll do that. I'll look to Alekma.
Come on, somebody's got 6 gold, ain't they?
I'm not giving it.
Look at the garb
All right,
you're
I'll
wearing.
do it. I'm gonna hand it out and hand it over to him.
Yes.
Here you are, sir, from one professional to another.
Excellent. Pleasure to do business with you. And if you do end up coming back to Riverbreed and want to get involved in any of our business,
Enterprises.
come and look us up.
I
I'm
will.
sure we
thank
can
you.
find a place for a guild entrepreneur such as yourself, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Right then. Well, I'll be on my way. Good luck with your skullduggery this evening. I hope you catch the murdering thieves.
Thank you so much. Pleasure
Right, he pops
doing
his gold in
business
his
with
pocket
you.
and opens the door. Tarry by then, and shuts the door behind him.
Whew, well, that's over with.
So what are we gonna do?
Oh, good question.
Still not quite sure what the plan is here.
So he wants us to try to figure it out before the gods get there, is that it?
If we
Set
could
up
do that,
our own little trap. Yes.
we
I
would
think
have already
that's-
done all of that.
Well, we couldn't have though, because then there would be many gods there. Now there would be less. Is essentially what he's getting at.
So we should go.
And
to
that they're
that
going to
well.
get there a lot later than they originally would have done, is the plan.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So we go to the well and set up our own stuff.
Yes. He's buying us time so that we can be the ones to catch the old murderous man, woman, maybe. I don't know. Creature.
Man.
Most likely a creature. Yes.
Okay.
We don't know. We don't know. I've been called a creature before.
Let's head that way.
Okie dokie then.
Yeah, we're gonna go. to
So
the well.
which well do you guys want to go to? What's your thought
South side.
process?
Yeah, the south side one for sure.
Alright.
Because I don't want to be seen at that. I don't want to be seen around the one.
Right, so your goal is to try to stop them before they go down the well?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Alright, which way do you guys plan on getting down to the south side? Which route do you want to take? You want to kind of head down, down this way, across that bridge, or did you want to kind of head more down this way to the other bridge?
Option B, I think it's.
Yeah, that'll give us a better angle.
So
to
you're
the
gonna
well, I
go
think, right?
much more direct route to that. Alrighty
Yeah.
then. Okay, well it was already late afternoon, early evening. So by the time you make it all the way down to the southern bridge, past the blacksmiths and into the south side, you kind of get to this area, and this is where the other well is. It's nestled right at the back of 4 slum houses.
Okay.
Alrighty. So what do you guys want to do? How do you want to set up your operation?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Is there something close by other than a house wall that I could hide behind, or is that kind of the best thing to
There
obscure
really
someone's
isn't.
vision?
Okay. Basically, there is a small... So, like, these circular buildings here... Like, there's one right here. I mean, there's a guard...
Yeah.
There's a little guard house right one street over, one block over.
Okay.
Other than that, this is just rows and rows of houses that there's barely enough gap between for you to walk down past. I mean, you can move... You can walk between the houses, but, I mean... It's barely wide enough. Elecma would probably, and Britannica would have to kind of turn their shoulders to slide down them.
Okay, that'd be a good place for me. I think I'm just gonna get in as close as I can while finding the best spot that obscures me the most from the well.
Okay. Yeah, so being that it is slums, most of these little gaps are full of crap and refuse. So it's not the most pleasant place to hide, but you definitely...
I've been in spots like this
could
before.
find yourself. So I guess just ping me where you want to hide, like which alley you'd like to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one here, the one right there.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of be right up here in the little center triangle. Okay.
Yep.
What's everybody else want to do?
Said it's nighttime. Is there a lot of people around?
It's
or is it
like
pretty-
early to mid-evening. There are still a fair amount of people wandering around, but they are starting. The streets are beginning to thin. All the stores are closing, so people are either heading to the tavern or going home, and stuff like that.
I think I want to try to hide in between one of these buildings here, that I can kind of get out of sight, and I'm gonna wing up.
Okay, give me a ping. If you're down in one of these alleys, there's probably not... I mean, your wings would have to be, like, smushed up on your back.
Not fully in them, just enough to where I can like
Give
not
me
be
a
seen by anyone.
ping me where you're thinking.
I don't remember how to ping.
Pick
Hoping you would
pick the ruler,
On like this.
or no snapping, or just just point on the screen and hold down the left mouse,
Yeah.
and it'll ping you.
Watch like this, Christy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did it. Okay. So like maybe in this little corner right here, would I be out of view?
Okay, so like kind of right here,
Yeah.
this little area. Okay.
Yeah. I can-
Yeah, I mean, there's room there. You can kind of tuck down,
just
but I
basically
mean,
wanna
it's
get on
fairly
top of
open
the
there.
roof.
So anybody that's kind of wandering down this street here would, if they happen to glance over, they're probably going to see you. It's a little wider
stay
area
rough.
there. I mean, other than between the houses and stuff, there's not a lot of places to hide here.
just
I
wanted to
mean,
get
there's
on top
plenty
of
of
the roof, just
buildings,
kinda
but that's about your
gargle
only
it.
options.
All right, where are you guys gonna go?
I already got my spot.
I am going to wild shape into a riding dog, like a medium-sized
Oh my gosh.
dog.
Okay.
And
Do
I'm
you
just-
get any special benefits with that dog, like special skill bonuses or anything?
Yeah, my jump list. I mean, some of those skills are attributed, and my strength, dex, and con change into the new
What skills
form.
specifically? Just in case. it's relevant.
Jump +8, listen +5, spot +5. I mean,
Okay.
it's nothing really special. I have some of those stats anyway, except for the jump.
Yeah, but they're +5s, right?
Jump is +8, but the
Okay.
others are +5,
Gotcha.
and swim is +3.
All right. Okey-dokey.
I also have low light vision and scent as a special quality. It's a
Scent.
riding dog.
Right, that was... Yeah, what does that do?
Scent is it's like the snakes. If I can key in on a smell, I can track it,
Okay.
but not only smell based stuff.
Yep. Okay, cool. All right, and where is Fido going to hide? Or where is he going to be?
I'm gonna kind of just wander around this block. This
Wander
triangular
around like
block.
a vagrant dog,
Pretty much, yeah.
rooting
Homeless
through
little
the
buffers.
trash.
Yeah,
Sounds
sure.
like a pretty good... I mean, you've probably seen several of those as it is anyway, so that fits in. So that just leaves our plate mail-clad Annie St. Clair. Where's she gonna tuck herself away?
You're muted, Jane.
Oh my gosh, I clicked it. It's very loud, so I should probably stay away.
Stay away.
What if you
So-
like lied down and curled around the well? You know, like
Annie says she'll hide back.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Try
hide
to
in
blend
the...
in with the bricks.
yeah.
Maybe over here. Let me just get the ruler out instead.
Annie's gonna hide back in the Silver Duck Tavern.
Maybe over here somewhere.
So like here. So you want to like loiter around the side of this building.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Alright.
yeah.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna try to put my cloak around me more so I'm less shiny.
Alright. So yeah, you're just gonna look like a big kind of very large orange cloaked thing. Okay. Alright. And then I guess you're just gonna wait for the streets to start to die down. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, starts to get dark. Things start to disseminate. There are less people on the streets. Periodically, you hear like a yell, "Oi, you! Stop!" And hear a few "ah!" and a few screams, and enough for you to realize that the individuals are probably actually doing what they said that they were up to. Either that or bad things are happening in this town anyway, and let me find what I'm looking for here. Oh, well, let me move up to correct section. Okay. All right. You all kind of position yourselves. So I'm going to let all of you make hide skill rolls just to see how well you're doing.
Okay.
Based on whatever you've got.
Hide.
Yeah, everybody give me a hide
Okey-dokey.
roll.
Okay.
I mean, I know that not all of you are necessarily trying to be completely hidden.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well,
Come on,
he is.
Jane. Oh God. You
Yeah,
rolled
she's
15?
got
For
big
you, I guess that's
minuses.
good.
Big
That's so-
minuses.
Oh my
Hiding in
gosh.
plate mail is not the easiest of things to do.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Not
Cyrano,
really hiding.
you have managed to find a couple of empty wooden crates. I say empty, there's some rotting vegetables in them, but you've positioned yourself kind of, just tucked down behind where you can peer out between them. Unless anybody steps on you, they're not going to be aware that you're there. Alekma, other than the fact that you're a dog, which offers you or affords you quite a bit of people ignoring you anyway, it's very easy for you to nip in and out of these back alleys and stuff and be pretty well hidden. Britannica, so yeah, where you are, it's not as easy for you to hide as the rest of them. But there is like a pile of wooden crates like piled up outside the back of one of the houses. They're kind of busted and broken, and there's some old wooden pallets that are there. Enough that you can kind of tuck in behind them at least to obscure yourself from anybody that doesn't happen to wander straight down your back alley. Annie Sinclair, you're doing your best impression of a vagrant in your high-class orange cape. And you are probably the most exposed, so
Okay.
let me put it this way, you're noticing several people kind of glance at you as they wander past. Enough for you to realize that you are drawing attention to yourself, being that you're kind of in full view right here.
Okay.
Do you
That's
wish
not
to
great.
try to relocate yourself, or...
Yeah, I'm gonna just casually walk more over here.
Okay, and kind of just
Or
loiter
here.
in and around this area?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
alright.
just a little
Okay.
further out.
Well, I need to look at something real quick, because this is an interesting turn of events.
It was a scary thing to hear.
Ruining it for everybody.
Yeah.
And we did a bad, guys.
Ruining it for the rest
I don't
of
think
us,
we did.
Jane! Alright, hold on.
I think we're making a smart play here
Let's have a look.
because then we're the heroes.
It's true.
There it is. Okay. Oh. What the hell is this doing? Yeah, okay. Answer me a question. Remind me. When they investigated the first murder, the one where you found the claw marks on the window ledge, and the bloody footprints in that first, where was Alekma during all of that?
Oh, Alekma.
Oh yeah.
When we're in the other town or this town?
In this town. Remember the one where the husband and wife were murdered and the daughter survived in the room next door?
I was by the window. I was the one who was looking at the.
Yeah, you found that stuff, didn't you?
I found some of that stuff.
But
the claw marks on the inside of the wall going down.
Were you ever in the room?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Oh God. No, I wasn't. No. I bathe in bleach. No, okay.
No, you were in the room.
I was in the room, yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Just needing to be sure. All right, okay.
Now I'm really nervous.
Just gotta read something real fast. All right. So, Shagget, give me a. Well, let me see here. Let me go ahead and pop this real fast. When did I lose it? All right, there it is. Alright, so, give me a spot check, if you will.
Alright.
23. Okay. So here's what happens. You're all sitting there. And suddenly, Fido goes... And there's a strange smell in the air that you have smelt before. It is a feral kind of smell, and you remember smelling it in that room where the murder happened. Here in the outside, in the fresh air, no human nose would have probably picked up on that smell, but suddenly it just comes wafting downwind. Which allows you, with the scent extraordinary ability as a dog, you can basically employ the track feat. So it allows you to track that smell.
I will attempt to track it.
All right. Okay. Well, you're remarkably close to it because your nose leads you directly to the well. As you're now like, that smell is down the well, whatever it is.
Oh my gosh.
Now give me a listen check as you're poised over the well, eavesdropping, with your big floppy ears.
Woo, rolling high, baby.
Oh yeah.
You hear a faint sound, like. If you remember when you flew down the well before, there was a very low amount of water in the bottom of the tunnel. Probably no more than where rainwater had come down and settled. But you hear something that sounds like something just skittered away. Something fairly large skittered away. Splashing through the water. There's something already down there.
So knowing the route of the tunnels, does it sound like it's running into those tunnels towards the north side?
The tunnel from when you flew down here, the tunnel only goes that way.
Only goes that way. So something's already down there.
Something is already down that tunnel and skittering its way through the tunnel.
And we saw absolutely nothing up here.
You saw nothing go down there, no. You feel fairly sure. I mean, especially with Cyrano's keen eyes poised that close to the well, you there, everybody poised around here, you'd have seen... At no point did nobody have eyes on the well. But it would appear that something is already down there.
So, since my little, like, collie paws, that's what I am, I guess, or husky or whatever, is on the well, I'm just gonna go...
What's that, Lassie? There's something down the well?
Yeah, pretty much.
You took my joke.
Sorry, Snugs.
That's what I was gonna do.
What's that, boy? The murderer's down the well?
Well, I'm gonna wait for a reaction as I'm.
All right, I'm gonna
Excited.
come out and
Be like, I like the quiet.
gonna
are
start walking
are
towards
you
him.
motioning towards the well?
Well, I'm not gonna like point with my paws. But
Why not?
You can. I mean, you
I
are...
mean,
Why
that's so, I just have that look, that visual is dumb to me. Like,
You
it's
can
such a
do-
non-animal thing.
You could
I
do like a
understand.
pointer. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Those pointer dogs,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like- right?
I'm gonna circle the well, get back up, and go with my nostrils.
We need to go down there?
Shut the dog down the well, see what happens.
Is it down there? Did we miss it? Okay, he's saying that it's down there already?
I make my way over there.
I guess we
The
go.
murderer's
No?
down there. How do we get down there?
Rope?
Quickly. Okay. I'm gonna take my rope out because I have a lot.
Uh-huh.
Who do we tie it to?
I'm sure there's a
Dog's tail.
post or something around, right? That we can,
Um,
or part of the well that we can.
People are
I
going to
mean,
notice.
the well's not that big. You could wrap it once around the base of the well, yeah.
Perfect. That's what we do. And tie it
Okay.
off and throw it down there and head down.
Okay, you hear it splash into the water at the base. Alright, who's going down
quickly.
first?
Not me.
I'll go.
Yeah, I think you'd be the best. Quick,
They want to.
fastest to catch up.
I don't know if I'd
I
be
want
the
to see the
best,
dog climb down there on the
Oh,
rope.
I got an idea for that. One of these cast members isn't gonna like it.
Oh, gee.
You're gonna make me get a dog token, aren't you?
Oh, I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm not gonna get it right now. I'm gonna get it.
Of course.
All right. Okay. So, yeah. Who's going down the well first?
Cyrano would go down first.
All right. You take when you you climb down the rope. Yeah. At the base of the well, you can see a kind of a long, winding tunnel heading directly northwest from here. It's kind of damp and musty. You're standing in probably about 2 to 3 inches of water. That's about it. You can't see anything. At the base of the well, you can kind of see because the moonlight's shining down and giving you a little bit. But beyond about 10 feet, you can't see squat. It's just pitch black in that tunnel. It looks very sinister and foreboding. But you're at the bottom. Who wants to go down next? Or do you wish to do anything at the bottom ahead of anybody else?
No, I'd probably wait for everybody else to get down there too.
Okay.
Then I'll go after him.
I'm
Alright.
going on her shoulders.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm immediately gonna jump on your shoulders because you're a big chick. So I'm
You're
gonna.
gonna do this thing with the dog paws.
What are you doing?
Or like a
You're being
scarf,
molested
just
by
kind
a
of
dog.
like.
This is all over my new cablet. How dare you?
I'm gonna nibble at you. No, I'm not gonna nibble at it.
Gross. I will drop you.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna give it to Annie. She's wearing plate armor. That's mean.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna.
Alright.
Thanks, Alekma.
All right. So
Almost
yeah,
attempt to slide on with a
Britannica,
dog
you
on my
scuffle
back?
down to the bottom, which just leaves Annie.
All right. Yep. Since everybody's already down, I'm going to make my way slowly, carefully down.
I'm gonna make you make a climb check
Damn
because
it.
I got a feeling because you're in plate mail, and if you're gonna
Alright.
climb down a rope wearing a suit of
Alright.
plate mail, I want to see it.
Fine.
Yay,
Let me
Radaman
prove it to you.
Oh,
Here we
If
go.
you, if- hey.
That's pretty
Okay. So yeah, you kind of like start going down, and you're able to kind of use your feet pressed against the side. You do kind of. There's a couple of times where you go zzz, and start slipping down, like for a couple of feet, and have to grip because again, gauntlets not the easiest thing to have a good grip with. But
Right.
by the time you get to the bottom, other than the fact that you drop the last couple of feet with a fairly resounding splash, you're not hurt. All right. Let me go ahead and move you guys onto a new map then. But let's see. Alright, so I'm not using dynamic lighting on this map because it's not worth it. What I have instead done is I'm just obscuring anything other than this. So let me grab a dog. Oh, that's got to be Shagget right there.
I'm officially nervous.
Right, we're just
It's
going
like
to
a
go
mangy
ahead and
little like Pirates of the Caribbean dog.
size this
Oh,
dog
little keys around your neck.
It's all scrawny.
correctly. And then I'll give Shagget. Go ahead and give Shagget control over this token.
I'm sorry. I just legitimately thought we were gonna have a fight up on top. Well,
Hey.
so I wasn't gonna stay a dog, but now that I'm down here,
All right. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move you guys all down to the bottom. What's anybody want to use as any kind of form of light source? Oh.
Personally, as soon as I'm down there, I'm going to start taking out a torch and
Okay.
steel to try to light it. Unless somebody starts to stop me, that's my plan.
No, we
Fumble
need
around.
to see. We need to see.
So yeah, that's my move.
All right. And let me just move you guys.
So I'll go without a shield, and I'll have the torch in one hand and a sword in the other.
Okay. What are you just going to like sling your shield on your back or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I got to migrate you over. There you go.
Not back there.
All right. And let's get some.
Here we are.
Let's
Okay.
get some appropriate sound effects for being down this crap hole. Hold on.
This is fun.
Let's see. You know what? I don't know that I've got it for down here. Nope, I don't. Okay, we're going to stick with what we got then. All right. Okay. Let me scroll over so chat can see. Nope, we were already there. Okay. So yeah, the tunnel heads to the northwest from here. You can definitely smell that strange odor coming from further down the tunnel.
It's putrid.
Yes.
I am putrid, son of putrid.
It is
Destiny
a gross
is all.
well.
Sorry.
What was that? Cyrano?
Nothing, just we're at the bottom of a disgusting well. I'm not surprised
Right.
it smells.
No, it's that smell. That smell.
Yes.
The smell that we smelled in the murder home.
Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell?
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, we know we're on the right track at least. I mean, our
Right.
theory was correct.
Do you want to lead the way, Cyrano? I'll be right behind you with the torch.
Sure. Sounds good. And I'll start trying to follow my nose to
Okay.
the smell.
Careful, everyone.
Let me do this type of reveal. Okay.
Yeah, let me know
Okay.
how far I can move forward.
As you start wandering with the glowing torchlight behind you, as I said, the water is no more than about a few inches deep. So it's not like,
Okay.
you know. But of course, as you're walking through it, unless you're moving very slowly, it's like splish, splash, splish, splash.
was taking a bath.
Do you have control over your puppy, Alekma?
I do.
Okay.
I don't have.
No, you don't. That makes one of us in this.
Never.
Okay. All right. Everybody give me a listen check.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Oh, you guys are pretty good at these ones. One of us can hit it. Ooh, not the best for me, but not bad.
All right. Let's
Ooh,
see.
nice.
Cyrano with a 15, Britannica with a 16,
Oh,
Alekma
yes.
with a 24. Okay. You can hear the faint trickle of running water up ahead.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Annie?
Do you hear that?
No?
It's
Perfect horse terrain.
water. It sounds like running water. I guess that would explain the water in here.
Did you hear that before, Lekma? When you went as a bat?
He's
He
a
didn't
dog.
really have. I mean, he was more kind of flowing
And
by,
answer us.
guided by
he's a wolf.
sonar. So
You can only ask him woof or woof questions.
Yeah. One bark or two barks?
Yeah, woof or rough questions.
Okay. 1 box for yes, 2 box for no.
Rough.
Okay. Let's continue forward then.
I'm going to use my level 6 feat natural spell, which I got, to cast Magic Fang Greater on myself.
what are the components for that?
The
Does it have a
components,
verbal or?
verbal and somatic, but they are both allowed by natural feats.
Oh, okay. So you can do them in dog form,
I can cast verbal and somatic in dark form. Yes,
in the form of dog.
in any wild shape form I have. Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
So.
And what
I
are you
got it.
turning into?
No, I'm not turning into anything. I'm just bolstering my.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you're doing the.
I'm imbuing myself with a little bit more power.
Right, basically, so that gives you +2 damage, I believe, right?
For now,
If you're
yeah,
doing it.
+2.
Yep.
Because I'm level 6, yes.
More power.
Or
More
you
power,
can
Taylor.
incur, or if you,
No, not him again.
Yeah, I could spread it out with the +1, but I'm not.
you could, yeah, if you wanted to have +1 pause and +1 bite, but you're just really want a +2 bite.
That's all I really
Plus
can.
2 cute.
Yes,
Little
+2.
snoot.
+2 cute.
Cute snoot.
Yes, I can only attack once really with this.
Okay.
So.
Alrighty. What do you guys want to do?
I'd keep pushing forward.
All right, go ahead and move up a little bit more then.
Okay.
Now, Gork, I can see further than Cyrano in here, right? I know you're not doing dynamic lighting, but
Oh, I always forget you. Okay.
I know.
What is specific?
Wish I
What
could.
lighting do you have? Is it
Dark vision.
you have dark vision?
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Oh,
check
you
on
can see
3.5 to make sure. I believe with dark vision,
60 feet.
I think, and that's 60 feet, even if it's pitch black, right?
I mean, it just says can see in the dark. It doesn't
Yeah. The
dark. I don't know what dark vision.
yeah. There's a couple of
Specifies.
different.
It doesn't say tunnel vision.
No, well, there's low light vision, dark vision. Dark vision is the one that allows you to see
Double
in total
vision.
darkness, so you don't need the light. So yes, you can see. So let me measure, because I'm glad you reminded me, because that's a thing that sometimes I don't always remember your abilities. Right, up ahead, on the right-hand side, you can actually see there's some broken rock. And it looks like a small part of the tunnel has given way, and you can see that the water is like slowly trickling down through those rocks, which would lead you to believe there is some kind of small opening up ahead on the right.
Alright, I'm gonna touch Cyrano's shoulder and just whisper that to him. Just be like,
I mean, it's fairly,
Up there.
as I said, it seems to be fairly inconspicuous, and maybe that's why when the bat just kind of flew down there, bouncing its sonar down the corridor or whatever, it may not have picked it up. In fact, it didn't. So.
something up there. I see like a little entrance of like some broken rock. Can you see
Also,
that?
No?
what nobody else sees and you see
Oh,
is
400 bats.
some kind of human or humanoid head that was like, you didn't see it initially, But when it ducked back in, you caught the movement. So it's like when you first kind of squinted and looked, you saw all the rock, and probably initially would have mistaken it as a rock because there was somebody crouched down real low with their head peering around the corner. But when their head ducked back, you saw that movement, and that alerted you to the fact that something or somebody is down there.
All right, so I'm gonna put my hand up, like do the little like, shh, up there. I saw somebody move up there. I think it's like a person.
A person? Where?
I think like up where that. Okay, so further ahead, there's like some rocks
Uh-huh.
on like a mound, and
Uh-huh.
it's like broken. I think that's where the water's coming from.
Uh-huh.
And I saw like a little guy go boop and then boop.
A little guy go boop and then boop.
Yes. A boop and a boop.
Oh, it's the boop and boop. That's a
boop and boop.
that's a high level move there.
So everybody be very cautious because they might know we're here. Shh.
Yes, I know. Look how loud I am.
That's why I looked at you immediately. So maybe I go first.
Good idea.
Okay. I'm gonna step ahead so I can continue walking and give a little bit of a meat shield.
Please.
See what's up ahead.
I'm gonna get ahead of. Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow
Okay.
behind.
All right.
Oh, you want to squeeze in there? Okay.
I
Okay,
don't
I'm
want
too
you to
close.
get
If you
ahead.
could just
Sorry.
I'm all right. All right.
don't crowd me.
Sorry. Do your thing.
All right. As you start looking ahead, you can see kind of like little mud banks poking up and raised up out of the water. And you can see on the right-hand side now just the trickle of water kind of flowing down from a hole that seems to be sort of probably about 3 feet up the wall.
Okay, there. That's where he was.
Oh, is he here now?
I don't. Can I see where he was? If I can see his head.
Yeah,
still
I mean,
poking out, or-
for your reference, whoever it was like right here, peering out this way, just ahead.
Okay, he's like right over that thing. Maybe.
Let's go confront them. See why they're doing this.
Well, they might just run out of the hole. We can't do that, Annie. Maybe Cyrano, could you like sneak up on him?
Not if they know we're here already.
Yes, they already know we're here.
Okay, well then what do you suggest we do? Just run in?
Yes.
Okay.
I-
Check for traps, though. There might be traps.
Run in, and as you flee past, trap! Oh!
Do you see any traps?
Let me go look.
So I will scout it a little bit ahead. I mean, I doubt that they're creatures or traps, but I'll look if they're worried about it.
Okay.
So I'll quietly move up, stealthily, and just kind of see if I can scout a little further ahead.
All right. Okay, so yes, you can see kind of an opening with water kind of trickling down. The initial opening itself is no more than about 2 feet, 2.5 feet maybe, by about 4 feet. So this is definitely a kind of, other than the dog, the rest of you would all have to kind of crouch down and crawl through the opening. But yeah. There is definitely more than meets the eye down this tunnel.
Right.
So,
Anybody have an umbrella?
Well,
we have a dog.
have a dog.
Oh, the dog over your head?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go through it.
So you're going to crouch down and crawl through? All right.
Yeah.
You've got no light through there because, obviously, unless Annie stands behind you with the torch, nothing's going to shine.
Okay, I'll get.
Annie, if you wouldn't mind, just give
Right,
me
well-
some light behind here.
It's my torch is gonna go out as soon as I put this, but I'll try to relight it when we're in there.
Well, I mean, the water is only trickling through. So, I mean, as long as
Okay,
you don't,
I forgot.
put your water down in the torch, you can keep it above the
Okay.
water.
We all know Annie would totally do that.
Whoops.
Oh.
Yes, I will do my best to not get the torch wet from the trickling of water.
Okay. All right. So as you kind of follow the tunnel, on the other side of it, you can see what appears to be some kind of wooden gangplank, like leading
Oh,
out
gosh.
ahead of you. And it clearly opens up into a larger cavern there.
Oh, okay.
Can I peer over and see any more?
Yep. Let me see how far
I'm
you
gonna
can
get on my
see.
tippy toes.
Okay, you can see the gangplank very clearly, and it goes to what appears to be an island. So, looking around at the angles that you're able to see, your best guess is there's maybe like a 40 by 60 foot chamber in there that's full of water, but there is like a rocky island in the center of it, and somebody has made a wooden walkway that goes from here to that. However, what you also see is crouched low on the corners of the island, some individuals, all kind of laying real low and poised. Two of them, you kind of recognize as definitely humans. One is kind of a dark tanned individual. Another one is is wearing like a shield. There's two others that are much smaller than them though. Considerably smaller, probably no more than... I mean, they're crouched down and they've got shields, but their shields are pretty much obscuring their entire bodies. So you can't really see who they are. But they're kind of right behind them. Also, you can see... I think from your angle, you probably can see that with your vision. Let's see. Yeah, you can just make out at the back of the little raised clearing, there appears to be some large bags, like sacks, kind of piled up at the back there.
Weird.
Okay, about the same time you see that, you hear a voice kind of say,
"This doesn't concern you. Go away if you know what's good for you."
And there's a very strong smell coming down from there. This is definitely the source of that wretched smell that the Alekma dog is able to lead you to.
Yeah. Are we through or?
Nobody's gone through yet. This is just what they've seen.
Okay.
Um,
And that voice was clearly talking to us.
Oh, well. Probably. I mean,
Probably.
make whatever assessment you want from what you heard, but unless there are other people descending from another angle, there's a fairly good chance that you might be right.
Alright, then I want to shout back. Yes, it does. You framed us multiple times. It's not appreciated.
What are you talking about?
The bag of heads under the bed.
And then you hear another one go. And then a human voice says, "That was you? What? Did you actually follow us all the way to Riverbreed because of that? Is that what you were here for?"
You followed us.
I think you'll find we left long before you did. Besides, if you want to keep your heads on the shoulders, you'll know what's good for you and ignore us. Don't worry about what we're up to. Worry about your own lives, your own heads.
Why did you frame us then? Just for fun?
It was nothing personal. We were just trying to throw that damn warden off our trail. Could have been anybody's bed that we stuck it under. It happened to be yours. Sorry.
Alright, I guess I understand that. What, can I ask why you're just randomly chopping heads off of people? Just for the money?
Oh no, there's nothing random about it. It's absolutely necessary. After all, we wouldn't want to start a pandemic, would we? You hear a couple of laughters. Like,
Yes, well, you heard our warnings? Albeit for you if you choose to ignore them.
So they were very much... you killed those people for a certain reason. What pandemic? Should we be worried?
oh, you should be worried, especially if you come through here.
We don't want to make any trouble. We just want some questions answered. People seem to think we're the murderers everywhere we go, and just need to clear it
that
up.
worked better than we could have thought then.
Right. So we need to bring you to justice.
Ah, yes, see, we have a problem with that part. A very, very bad conflict of interest.
Yeah, go for it.
I was going to say, Gore, while they're talking, is there any way other than just one tiny walkway to get into this area that they're in?
You could basically crawl, like, the water would, if you was to lay flat and crawl in the water, it would, like, cover half of you. Like, it's not deep enough to submerge you.
Okay.
But obviously, if that gangwalk is there, there must be a reason for it. So it's
Do some scuba diving.
so you could possibly slip off into the water.
Okay.
But other than swimming or walking across that gangplank, that thing is only about 3 foot wide, so you're not going to have more than one person crossing it at any one time.
Right. So I guess my question is, if I tried to, and this is actually a game mechanic I don't know, if I try to stealth through water, is that a swim check or is that a move silently check?
So it would be a move silently to not make the noise, and a hide to obscure yourself.
So, but not swim, since I'm
not
not
swim
actually,
because the water's not deep enough to actually
Gotcha.
swim. Now, once you're on the other side, if you drop into the water and assuming it is considerably deeper, then that would be changed. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I
Well,
just wanted to know what my options were here. Sorry,
there
Jenny,
you go.
I just wanted to
Oh, you're
know
fine.
what I was doing.
So, did you kill the wizard too?
What wizard?
Answers that.
He knows about you. He knows.
The wizard, Senerith.
Shh. They know nothing.
Senerith, are you in there?
Let me at him.
Senerith, we need to talk to you. It's important. We don't mean any harm.
I think it's in a rin.
Senerin, sorry. Senerin. We have been looking high and low, not to bring you any, trouble, but we have a trade we want to make.
Right, give me a...
Oh my
everybody can give
God,
me a
oh my
listen skill
God.
check. Everyone give me a listen skill check to see if you can hear these two whisper.
Okay. Holy crap.
DC, you're going to need a 20, because they're going to be talking very quietly, and it's...
Okay.
Okay.
Oh!
Holy crap.
Oh, nice.
Oh!
Oh.
Got our
Holy
listeners
crap.
on today.
No,
Oh.
not me.
You're in
That's
the
because
water.
Under the water.
you've got water in your ears. It's obvious.
Yeah.
All right, so Britannica, Alekma, and Annie.
This is
You can hear
awesome.
this whispering goes.
They said that they've got a trade. Yes, but who is this Sutherland person? It doesn't matter. Perhaps we can con them out of it. Pretend you're him. Okay. What of it? What do you want to trade with me? I'm Sutherland, yes?
Go with it, Annie.
Right, so yes, we want to trade you for a shard. We have gold.
They said they've got gold.
Yep, lots of it.
This could be useful. You get wealth and riches without even having to go out tonight.
So glad to finally find you, Senarin. Do you have the shard with
Oh
something?
yes, I've got it right here. Come get it.
Oh, well, I'd like to do this, if I walk through this, it's going to be me alone, and I'm going to feel uncomfortable. Can we do this somewhere else?
No.
Out here?
Here's fine.
Maybe?
There's plenty of room inside. Why don't you just come in? Get ready.
I'm gonna look back to the others. Do I do it? All right.
Okay, I'll try to sneak in with you if I can.
Okay. All right. Let me get the gold out. Hold on.
Let me get the gold out.
Ruffle around.
Let me count it real quick.
How much? Let's see. 200.
In my other pants.
400. 550 gold pieces here.
Do you want me to try to sneak in first?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
And I'm gonna
Alright.
I'm gonna loudly shuffle around the gold pieces.
Okay,
so
good.
it's like,
I'm gonna try to.
so it's
I'm
like
gonna try
really
to
loud.
Sneak
Okay.
in there.
All right, go
guess.
ahead. So give me
Oh, God.
give me your hide skill roll first.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a +3 because you will have some water to kind of like obscure you a little bit. So
Okay. This is with the +3 here added.
okay. All right. Yeah. So you can kind of like get down real low. And there are parts like the water's kind of like drifting up over your shoulders and stuff, but it's really not completely, as I said, you're not submerged in it. But as you're kind of stealthily moving along. Right now, give me the move silent roll.
Any pluses or just a straight one? For this one?
That I'm going to say probably a plus. Because there is a little bit of the noise from the water. And if you're moving slow, which I'm assuming you are.
Of course.
So I'll give you a +3 on that as well.
+3. Okay, this is with the +3 as well. Ooh.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah. So
Like a ninja.
Yeah.
you very, very stealthily are able to kind of start slowly making your way along the edge wall. You're probably only moving a few feet at a time because you're having to go so slow, but and Annie Sinclair, so you're gonna like crouch down low and duck in underneath.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him some time while I ruffle around through the gold, counting them out loud, like up to 550. And I know we talked earlier, Senarin, so we agreed 550 gold for the shard, right?
Answer her. Yes, that'll be fine.
Okay. All right, I'll come in, I guess.
Okay. There's...
Yeah.
Right,
Waiting
Cyrano,
longer.
once you kind of get to here... So yeah, let me go ahead and open this up for you guys a bit more now, especially with Annie moving her way in. Go ahead and... Right, so now you can actually see a little clearer.
Fun.
The individuals that were crouching down behind the shield look decidedly like humanoid rats.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
More rats.
Okay, so Annie, you're about to hear. Now, so, you have two choices, Cyrano.
Yeah.
It would be very obvious for you, it would be incredibly difficult for you to obscure yourself going across the walkway, obviously.
Yeah.
If you want to get any closer, I mean, you could slip down into the water from here. Obviously, the water is very dark, very black. You can't see into the water at all because the flickering torchlight really just reflects back at you, so there's no visibility. But that can work for you and against you, of course. So it's up to you if you want to slip in, or you can just hold your position, but that's kind of the lay of the land for you. What's Puppy Dog Willem and the Angel of Legolas Death doing?
When Annie starts shuffling through, I'm going to try to use her bulk to walk behind her.
Okay.
Like, just.
I think that might work.
Yep. Give me basically give me a hide roll. And I'll give you a +5 for Annie, considering how big she is in comparison to you. And there's enough noise that moving silently isn't going to have to be aware. Okay, yep, you've managed to line yourself up directly behind Annie's flowing cape as she kind of crawls through, so you probably feel comfortable.
Awesome.
You can't see them, so they probably can't see you.
That's 3 of us.
And
Okay,
what does what does the winged wonder want to do?
I'm gonna try to crouch my way down as far as I can to do the same and just like.
Are you gonna worm through?
Well, I mean, the bottom line is, with all of you guys up front, it'll be very hard for them to see her at this point anyway. All right,
Okay.
so what do you guys, once you're up to the front of this, what do you guys want to do?
I'll let Cyrano go first.
I mean, if we're not.
Incidentally, anybody want to give me a straight intelligence check?
Or
It would be, let's see, Cyrano and Annie St. Clair. You can give me an intelligence check at this point.
It check. Okay. Okay. Hold on. My intelligence isn't too bad, actually.
15.
16 for Cyrano.
What's your intelligence is? Did you successfully roll under your intelligence?
No, I rolled over my intelligence.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Then there's something familiar about these guys because I think one of you's fairly close, but you can't place it.
We're
There's
trying to roll
something
under
familiar.
intelligence. Oh shit. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Does he have snakes for a beard?
No.
Okay.
How bulky is Annie? She's pretty bulky.
Yeah, lots armor on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plate,
Yeah. So,
does that.
what do you want to? So Annie's kind of stopped, and she's kind of poised there in the center, with her torchlight now flickering and kind of illuminating this little cavern. You can.
Was there
see
any other light in there, or just my torch?
Just your torchlight.
Okay.
If they had any light, they obviously distinguished it. Would have distinguished it when they knew you were coming.
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't know. What do you guys want me to go for it? I'll go for it if you
if
want me
I
to.
have- If
I have
I
a thing
see
if
you-
you don't have a thing.
Yeah. If I see
go
you
for it.
start moving, then I'm gonna still try to make a lot of noise and draw attention to myself.
Britt, if you have a thing.
I'm just gonna charge for the one who I think is the wizard.
Bulldozing
Alright, so
all of you out
Not
the way.
yet, then.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah,
want
so
to
I mean,
do that.
obviously your characters aren't really able to have this discussion.
I know.
Yeah.
So is
I
that
would-
what you're wanting to do then? Is Britannica
I-
just suddenly going to be like, out the way, and charge crashing through?
No.
I'm gonna say I want one of you to meet me in the middle of this boardwalk, and we'll do the trade. That's fair, right? I think it's fair.
1 moment. What do you think we should do?
I'm
got the
hoping that Cyrano's
flask,
moving
don't
at this
forget.
point.
I would.
You go.
I would, Gore.
Sorry?
I would be moving. That's what my character would do.
Okay, so you want to
He would
slip
try
in to the water?
Yes.
Or
yes,
do you want to go to the
try
bank? Okay, all right.
No, he would try to.
While they
he would
whisper?
essentially. Yeah, he would essentially try to like sneak. You know what I mean, for a better vantage point.
Yeah, okay. So you kind of slowly drop down into the water. Yeah, you can't touch. It's deep.
Okay.
So you kind of like slip in and like whoop, and under the water. But you could definitely see the lay of the lay of the cave, so you'd have a good idea of where you wanted to swim. So I'm assuming you're trying to swim kind of somewhere towards the back part up here.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Good luck.
All right, so he is in the water. Right, Annie, what are you doing?
I'm going to say, so who's meeting me?
At 1 moment.
Hey.
Redlin, come here.
And you see the guy with like the shield and the kind of like padded tunic turn and look at one of the rats, and then he comes wandering over to him. With that, you kind of see the rat make a gestured motion, but you can't really see what it is that he's passing, because again, the light's not that good. But he hands something to the one he called Redlin. He goes,
Redlin will bring it to you.
Redlin, you say? Oh, all right.
You give the money to Redlin, and he'll hand you the shard.
Wonderful. I'm going to take my first step out onto this plank thing.
okay.
Oh,
All right, so you kind of like step on it. Again, it's pretty narrow. It's not that sturdy. It's clearly been here a fairly long time. This is no recent construction.
okay.
This kind of large fellow walks up. As he does so, you kind of see this one and this one kind of move and kind of like posture themselves a little bit to get a like clearer vantage point. They kind of spread out as much as they can on the small island. Okay. The man that's called Redlin is stopped. Like he's come and stood at the other end and is looking at you.
You hold it out so I can see it first. This is the money, and I'm going to take, I have a bag of money.
Okay.
Shake it around.
How big is this bag of money? Does it contain, or potentially could contain,
Close
close to 500 coins?
It definitely is going to be all the coins that I had with me, which is, let me see how, hold on.
Oh, can you shadow me for 1 second?
Yeah, I can.
Where's my stuff? Oh my gosh, I can't, for some reason I can't find things right now. I'm pretty sure I have maybe like 200 or 300 gold.
Oh, yeah,
So-
that's close enough. I mean, as long as it's more than just a handful
It looks like
pathetic
something.
coins hanging loosely in a sock or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's enough. It's enough to look legit. Okay.
Okay.
He like holds his hand up like this, and he's got a piece of cloth with something wrapped in it.
That looks pretty good. All right. I'm going to take one step forward.
And
so
as
far.
soon as you do that, so does this guy. Like he has resigned himself to matching you step for step.
Okay. So that's fine. I'm going to take another small step. This is a little rickety.
Yeah, and it is. It kind of creaks and groans as you're walking on it. I mean, you're pretty heavy right there. So
Okay. Now I'm going to stop right there. Like,
all right, so you've
but is
stopped
he
there,
holding
and
a
so
weapon?
he stopped about there.
Okay. Is he holding a weapon at the moment?
He has a sword and a shield. Yes.
All right. What did you say your name was?
Does it matter? I'm
I
just
like
here
to get to
to.
know people.
Well, I don't need to get to know you. Just hand me the money, and I'll hand you this. What was it? Shard.
Yes. The shard that. Wait. Where's Senaran? I never see him.
He's over there, and he just kind of like just points behind him with his thumb without
Okay.
actively pointing at any individual at all.
Yeah. All right, fine. And I'm going to take a step forward, but then accidentally stumble and drop the coins. Like, I don't know. And then I'm gonna
You drop them on
Just
the floor, on the
on the-
gangwalk, or
onto
in the water.
gangwalk.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be like, oh, oops, and I'm gonna go to I'm gonna crouch to pick up the coins. And then
As soon as she does that, I'm gonna
Danica.
jump over her.
Okay, all right. So
Bionic
you're gonna
style,
like
just-
basically come bulldozing out and like try to leap over Annie.
Go for this
Give me a
right
jump
there.
skill roll.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
This needs to work, just because.
I hope so.
What are you doing, dog?
14.
Yes.
I was
14.
honestly gonna use any kind of diversion to enter the water on the right side.
Okay, so you're gonna
Doggy
drop in the
paddle
water. Okay. Yeah, they'll probably hear a splash, but all right. You come bulldozing out. You don't have a lot of clearance room by the time you emerge from the hole, but you do manage to kind of not exactly jump over Annie. You kind of have to put one foot on her shoulder to kind of.
Leapfrog!
But you're like, oh,
Climb
and
her.
Annie's like crumpled down a little bit, but you do manage to land directly in front of her. As you do so, the whole bridge thing kind of like goes and creaks and moves a little bit to the left and the right. And you see the guy at the other end immediately like leaps backwards, taking a 5-foot step to get himself off the wood. Because he doesn't seem particularly happy to be on this thing at this point.
I wasn't planning
As
on
soon as that
stopping.
happens,
Oh, you were charging.
I'm just charging straight into him.
you
I'm
hear
going the
one of the
whole
rats
way
say,
Trickery and skullduggery!
up. Yep.
yeah, okay. This sounds like you guys are probably gonna mix it up. I don't know. So
Yeah.
why don't you? Let me see where we at. Ooh, you know what?
No, a little bit more.
No, because here's the thing. I know that there's a reason we have to finish on time tonight. It's
Yes.
10 o'clock. This fight is never going to last only 30
Wait,
minutes.
can Christy get her one surprise hit in? That's all. That's all I'm asking.
No!
One
all I'm
surprise
asking.
hit.
No,
all I'm
we're
asking.
going to wait. We're going to
Okay, how
wait.
about this? How about this? How about this? Can we roll our initiatives to try to roll a 20 for some dice tonight for chat?
Oh, that would
I
be
will
great.
let you do that,
Please.
yes. I will let everybody roll initiative, and we can leave that on
No, me
here.
first. I wasn't ready.
Oh, I thought it was
I got a 20. Woo, yeah.
That's not a natural 20. Come on, everybody. Somebody get a natural 20.
Damn it! I can't click on myself. Shoot.
Come on, Christy.
All right, come on, Chris, you can do it.
I can do it. I can do it.
Oh, close.
Oh, so close.
All right, chat.
It's all on you. It's all on you,
Clicky
Matt.
finger ready here.
Failed.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
No.
No. Okay, so that was going to be the last dice roll. So that means nobody. So
Tried,
if you
chat.
bet
I tried.
nobody, there you go. You won gold, which is Paladin, Sass, Purple Sage, and
That's for real, like 3 or 4 episodes in a row where no one's rolled a 20. By the way.
I know.
No.
That's
Well, in the
crazy.
last few episodes, there's been a lot of roleplay, so
Need
there's
more
not been a
combat.
lot of dice rolling,
True.
but there's been
True,
more
true.
tonight.
But still,
but
have we ever gone this long?
we
I don't know.
are going to end it right there, and not push it any further, because
Sorry,
I don't
guys.
want to quit halfway through, and I know what's going to happen. We do have a very specific reason. We've got to be done at 10:30 tonight, no matter what. We don't have the luxury of going past, so we're going to stop it here, just so that we can make sure we do that. Because I've got a feeling this is not going to be over in 30 minutes. So
Rush it.
here you
But
go.
the silver lining.
Get you a nice cliffhanger, guys.
Silver lining is we're playing on Monday, so you don't have to wait a week.
That's
We're only
right.
in a
Yeah,
couple
only a
days.
few days.
On Monday.
So there
Yeah.
we
Three
So a
go.
little
Battle.
earlier tonight,
Nah,
but
I'm
we
busy Monday.
don't.
Yeah, don't you do
Jane?
All
it.
right, I'm
No.
not busy.
Jane,
Please
Jane,
Yes.
Jane, don't
Yes,
do that.
Matt.
Don't do
Uh-oh, they
it.
got the mics too close.
Okay.
Don't
Don't.
do it.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. When I'm not playing a tree-hugging druid on How Reroll, I'm Shagget. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Shagget, where I stream casually, or on Twitter, if you can figure this out, at eneb_convos. How's that for laziest outro ever? My ass sass. See you guys.
Jane? Jane, what are you doing? You gotta record your outro. Jane? She's dead.
Hi! Jane's dead, but it's me, Jane the Spooky Ghost. You can follow me on my spooky adventures at Jane on Twitch with a 0. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later when you're dead. Please,
What's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Snuggler. Oh man, is it my third campaign already? If you guys do want to follow me, I'm pretty active on Twitter at MattySweetTweet. And if this didn't scratch your D&D itch, Chris Tassix and I have a new podcast coming out. You can find out more information about that if you go to www.newcritsontheblock.com. Jane put it right there for everyone to see. We hope you guys go and check it out and enjoy it. Until next time.
Hi, friends and fans. It's me, Christy. Okay, that's good. I'm new and scared, like a lost little baby bear cub in big spooky woods of streaming. But luckily, my mentors Snugs and Jane are here to guide me through with grace and wisdom and beauty and muscles and beauty again, but mostly muscles. Jane said I could promote my art and my D&D podcast. That's all I can say about that, because she also said that hogging the spotlight is selfish and ugly. So, thanks for everything, Snugs and Jane. This is Crispy, saying sayonara.
Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter at Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How We Roll. Follow us on Twitter at How We Roll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.